go. Well, hello, everyone. I'm Donald Swan, high school history teacher and comic book lover. Even before I was old enough to leave my house, I discovered comic strips were delivered to my doorstep every morning. Some of the more simplistic strips helped me to learn to read. Nancy and Sluggo, hey, you, stop. There's nothing I love better than to turn off the phones, close the door, get a nice cool glass of tangerine Kool-Aid, and get out my comic books. That's why I started my fanzine, Once Upon a Dime. And that's the reason I opened up my comic book store. Both were a way to control my obsession without giving up my hobby. They finally got it right with Spider-Man, but that's the exception.
Yeah, but still, the digital
rule.
stuff looks so fake, though.
Do you think so? It looks like a video game?
Every once in a while, it's got that thing to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It snaps you out of reality.
You know, if a real spider, if you read anything about arachnids, like he knows a lot about arachnids. Where would the web come out of?
Out of his bottom.
Oh.
I mean, to make it true, he should be.
Yeah, but nobody wants to see that.
We're really here for one reason and one reason only. And that's because of this guy right here. Everyone has a favorite superhero, but without a doubt, my all-time favorite was Commander Courage by Jackson Whitney.
Everybody was talking about Jackson Whitney and about Commander Courage, and I'm sorry I wasn't here for that time, but, you know, I was off saving American freedom and making the world safe for comic books.
What made Commander Courage so memorable, the simplistic aspect of it, was that he went out there and he whomped on Hitler.
Now, in response to the tragedy of 9/11, he's been totally revamped as some sort of super anti-terrorist named Codename Courage, and Liberty Lad was transformed into Liberty Lass. A cynical revenge fantasy, the character was now edgy, ultra-violent, and didn't even have a secret identity. And of course, this was the version that finally attracted Hollywood's attention. And thanks to my profile of Whitney in the fanzine, I'd been invited to be a technical advisor on the film. They didn't explain what that was very well, but they were offering an all-expenses-paid trip to the San Diego Con to accept the Legends Award on behalf of Whitney. The studio was even sending me a camera crew so I could make a documentary out of my whole experience. Of course, this was all dependent on me liking the Codename Courage movie, so I resolved to keep an open mind and try to stop hating it so much. Here's what I was thinking. Either I can put up a fuss and say I don't want the job and you should do it my way, and they wouldn't hire me, or go along with them and bring them around to my way of thinking.
Kiss a little butt, you're saying?
Well, I do it. I do it with my students. You know what I mean? The most hard-ass cases. A lot of times, you can find a way to make them think it's their idea. Do you know what I'm saying? And empower them. So.
Yeah, but it's borderline sellouts.
Codename Courage is a wonderful way to get by some of the more anachronistic elements of Commander Courage. I mean, I can see that he's corny. I'm not so looking through rose-colored glasses thinking we can do a period movie. Well, it would have been great. When I sat through Pearl Harbor, I just loved that movie, but I thought, can you imagine if Ben Affleck was able to fly up, break the planes in half, and dump the Japanese into the ocean? See, that's the sort of, to me, I think it's a very wartime connection that makes me love the characters and the situation so much.
So sad. You never even know it. This Botox is fabulous. I want to do it every month. Maybe around my cycle. Cheer me up. Nothing moves. I'm pissed! All right. So if we're filming this thing, everyone mind their P's and Q's. And what's this, the guy's name? This guy that's coming in?
It's Don Swan. See, Anita, by the way, you're looking wonderful today.
Thank you.
Is she good looking good, Ricky?
This Botox is fabulous.
Botox chicks are awesome.
So we're going to announce our big movie, and I need this guy because why?
Because he is the go-to guy for Commander Courage.
Right.
He is the ultimate expert on the old comic book, and since we're about to do the new comic book character...
I understand, so we just need to kind of give the movie some credibility and just buy him off a little bit. All right, bring him in. Yeah.
Bob, you okay? Don? Don Swan,
Hi.
Sunita Levin.
Hi, happy to meet you.
Oh,
Ricky,
look,
our
we shoot each other.
over here.
No, I apologize for this camera. My partner gave it to me. He's really...
Your
he
partner?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
We don't have any
I love
extra
that
chairs.
everyone is so incredibly 90s. You know, and in fact, why don't you just give that to me now, because we've got a fabulous crew here for you. It's a great camera.
I'm just thrilled that you had me out here at all. And,
Well, you guys are going to be as close as clams.
boy.
You could sit on Ricky's lap if you wanted to. This is going to be your camera,
Just
man.
get a shot.
This has never happened to anybody in Reeseville. That's where I'm from.
That where
It's
you're
like
from?
the talk of
Go
the
ahead and
town.
now, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you have in mind, how
Well,
you're going to help
listen,
us
I
really bridge the gap
understand
with
you're
the,
doing a total revamp, cutting-edge version, but I think you owe it to the fans to acknowledge his 60-year history. You know, this was a book that came out of the right after Pearl Harbor happened, so it is analogous to the Codename Courage, which
That's a
came
great
out
one.
right after 9/11. The older version has got a lot of educational elements in it. In other words, he gets his powers from the Waukesha Indian mystic shaman. He's washed in the mystic waters of the shaman.
God
and electric.
bless
See,
America, Ronnie.
Exactly. He's
God bless
touching the
America.
Liberty Bell when lightning strikes. He gets his
he's so
powers.
patriotic. That's fascinating. And here's the thing. What we're going to do is we're going to have the whole crew, you know, document everything as you
Right,
talk
right.
about the old comic book.
Right,
Remember,
right.
it's out with the old, in with the new, because we have this
Right.
big
Oh,
motion
no,
picture,
I got
$100
you on
million
that, yeah.
motion picture, and that's what we're
Right.
here to promote.
I want the
Yeah.
emphasis on the new. You
Yeah.
know, you can dabble and talk
Yeah.
about it there, and Ted Nugent over there is going to film it for you.
Oh, great.
And you guys
Oh,
will be
great.
like three musketeers. Love it, love it, love it. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it.
Wonderful. Okay.
Great.
Anything
I don't know how that went really. I mean, they seem to like it, but they've got a lot of things on their minds.
It went well?
I thought so. I mean, they
that's
were so
great.
nice. They really were. You know, these are busy people. I mean, my gosh.
What the hell is that?
Don't worry about it, okay? He's out of our hair. That's the important thing, all right?
All right, fine. I just, you know, this guy's really got to get a life.
Are you sure I can't get you something?
No, it's okay. Well, a water would be good, actually. If it's no trouble.
Not at all.
Oh, good, good,
I'll
good,
be
good.
right back.
She likes getting water. She got one for me a week ago.
Oh, yeah? Right. Oh, hey, that's for me. Thanks. Oh, that's great. Thanks so much.
Sure.
Hey, you know
sure,
what?
You're thirsty.
I feel embarrassed to ask you this, but you know, you're
Okay.
kind of diminutive. I am too. No, don't take that false offense. But listen, if you get some time off, I mean, like an intern could find time off pretty easy, wouldn't they? I have this comic book. Listen, I have to tell you. See, I'm out here for the Commander Courage movie.
Sure.
Now, we don't have an actor to play Liberty Lad, and you're just perfect for it. Look, you're blonde, you're blue-eyed, and the costume's not that revealing. I mean, you can either
well,
wear...
and he's kind of muscular.
Well,
though.
but it's built into the suit. It's
Right.
like Michael Keaton's
I do some
Batman, you know?
aerobic.
Oh, you do? Oh, you do? Well, then you'd be perfect, see? And you wouldn't... We have
But
flesh
no, is
tights.
this a tights?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, 'cause I
there
don't
are
wanna-
flesh tights. You wouldn't have to shave your legs.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say,
wouldn't
it
have to
looks
shave
like
your legs.
kind
But
of
if
like
you
a
want to
shaving
shave your
thing,
legs, we'd love that. Because that's really what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to
I
be
see
bare
that you've
legs.
met my boss. This is JT, the owner of our company.
All
And,
Oh, my
yeah.
gosh.
That's all right.
So sorry.
I don't think he'll be wearing any flesh tights today. We sent a documentary crew there for a few days, you know, to shoot a ton of footage. Bingo! We get a DVD extra. And we jack up the DVD price like, I don't know, a couple bucks and, I mean, like millions. Millions to the bottom line. At least that's what the plan was.
So, you know, it was my job to, like, you know, hang out with Don Swan and just kind of take him around and whatnot. So anyhow, I'm hanging out with him and he's taking me to all these comic book stores, and I don't really like comic book stores. But finally he turns around and he takes me to the one place where I have been trying to go my whole life, man.
There's something about you that I think not a lot of people know, and that is that you wanted to be a cartoonist.
That's true. Yes.
Were you interested?
You went the right way, though, man. You did.
What were you interested in the cartooning before publishing, or did they sort of meld together?
No, the fascination with cartoons and cartooning comes from childhood.
Right.
And it was really the emergence of Superman. And I remember that moment.
I'm working ostensibly on a biography of Jack Whitney.
Jack died early.
Oh, so
And
early.
in a tragic way.
He married his childhood sweetheart. Was it, do you think, or do you have any idea, was it a troubled marriage, or the inability to have children?
I think the secret lies there somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think it has something to do with sexuality and has something to do with the lack of
As
children.
you know, Hollywood has purchased the rights to one of my favorites, Commander Courage, created by Jack Whitney. Now, the interesting thing is the original concept, he's a high school teacher and his nephew becomes his sidekick. In the new revamped, dark, cynical version, they have no relationship, so there can be sexual tension between now codename Courage, the man with no face or name, and this hottie, but with the weapons, and I don't know.
Because you grew up with this.
Yeah, and I
You have problems with this.
Well, I mean, if it were a separate thing, I don't care. But that it's based on this bothers me because I don't think these guys, this doesn't bother me.
It doesn't. School teacher and his nephew. Well,
Right.
that doesn't bother you at all.
If you
That's
had
why
to choose, if you had to choose, now don't sugarcoat it just because you know my feelings, but
I have a
which
feeling
one?
I know.
Let's let Hef choose.
If it finally comes down to Commander Courage hanging out with his nephew, I think I would rather have him hanging out with his exotic looking girl.
Hef, you're really like my favorite superhero because you were talking about how everything was buttoned down like in the 50s, Don, and everything. Well, Hef kind of came along and crashed through that wall, you know, and broke down all the taboos. He's like, you're like Pajama Man, and I could be your psychic. I could be like Chick Boy, right?
It is.
That's a whole different thing. I don't think guys were really interested in girls until
Can I touch your hand real quick?
Sure.
Like you're going
But,
to
only for
transfer
a
some of
moment.
your magic? Yes.
Only a moment.
And I'd like to talk a little bit about your relationship with William Gaines. Sweet. Derek Sprang and I went to school together, like in grade school. There's a kid sitting on the curb reading Jimmy Olsen.
The first time I ran into Don Swan, it's like, wow, another mouth breather with astigmatism and bad posture that digs comic books and weird old records and stuff. It's like, you know the secret handshake too.
We started Once Upon a Dime when we were in, I think, the 10th grade.
Don and I started putting out the fanzine. I think at first we thought that we would meet girls. I guess we had this vision that outside of our dopey little small town, there were maybe attractive women that liked comic books.
This next year was going to be the year of Courage. What better way to really get him raised in the public's consciousness than commission an outfit?
There's a foam muscle suit underneath with the stitching to match.
So even I would look like a superhero. or
Yeah,
something
because
like
it's
that.
all padded.
See, yeah. You know what I mean? That's
Clothes
In
make
the
the
old
man.
days, you had to work out. George Reeves had to work out. Michael Keaton doesn't have to work out.
If you were the most powerful guy on earth, you'd let yourself go a little bit.
Who cares? Well, this is fantastic. I've got a check for you.
Oh, excellent.
And if we just go into your office, we'll take care of that.
Clothes make the Superman.
All right, very good.
You want me to go in too, or?
No. I'll just take this and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Everything all right?
Oh yeah. I'm elated. I'm euphoric.
Well, what do you think?
It's beautiful, but this stuff doesn't come cheap, Don. How much did he charge you for this?
Well,
I mean, these guys do stuff for real movies.
This whole outfit, just by itself,
Yeah?
is $1,000.
that's a $600 overdraft.
No, but I can cover it. I can cover it.
How?
Well, first of
you
all,
don't have a pot to pee in, Don.
Listen.
And I sure don't. My wife will kill me.
Listen. Look, what does the Commander Courage 13 go for? Near mint.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
like
all right, all right, all right.
$10,000.
He took one of those as collateral. It's a toaster snack reprint giveaway from the 70s. It was my copy.
Oh, Don.
No.
You're lying to the man.
Well, you know what?
You're
I probably
lying
shouldn't
to
even
him.
told you that. I probably should not even drop that.
Yeah, now I wish I didn't know.
Okay,
now
well, the movie people are going to be knocked out by these. They're going to love them.
$600 is a little.
It's all my
Don't forget Liberty Lab.
I was going to come back for that.
Where's this? Okay, where are we going, Don?
We're going to get Donald Swan. Hey, Don Swan. Have you ever been to one of these Comic-Con things before?
No. I mean, who cares? I mean, we go, we do our thing, we make our announcement, we're in, we're out.
Are there going to be chicks there dressed like Vampirella?
Is that all you think about?
Yep.
Good man.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? My band's going to play next weekend. You got to come.
Well, what is your band anyway?
I didn't tell you about it?
Uh-huh.
Dude, it's Subpoena, a tribute to Warren.
Do me a
Why?
favor, by the way, when we're down there,
Yep.
don't talk to me.
I had an allegiance to my fans. They know how I feel. So I didn't want them to, I didn't know how to deal with the studios, and I thought the best way to find out how to understand the studio mentality is to talk to someone who knows not only comic books, but movies too, and that's Kevin Smith. Why I'd love to read your take on Commander Courage is that you seem to understand what the appeal of the character is in the first place, and yet you put a fresh spin on it.
See, yeah, I would like to, but it's tough to have a dude fighting Nazis in 2002.
Yeah, I know.
As much as I would like to.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
That'd be fantastic.
Would it
it's
be
easy. Now everything is terrorist. Now it's terrorist. Now it's Al Qaeda.
Yeah. Well, I know.
Al Qaeda doesn't have the same thing as a Nazi. A Nazi has an easier to make fun of accent.
Being a high school teacher, you can imagine the faculty really thinks I have a screw loose, or that I don't have the mental capacity to read real books.
Wait, are you saying that you're gay? I lost the train of thought, Don.
No.
When you interviewed me, I got the impression that you were gay, and I was going to ask you about that at one point.
Yeah.
Because I live in Los Angeles now. I'm cool with it, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Back when I worked on the screenplay for Commander Courage, I was still kind of playing it very straight. Very Jersey, very like, I don't do that kind of thing.
Right.
But now, being out here, I'm kind of open. We can touch on that later.
What was your take on was it set in the 40s? Or was
no,
it
was more an updated version, but kind of true to the comics, but updated at the same time.
Right.
The studio, they said they liked it, but they didn't like it. They kept pushing the giant spider in the third act. They wanted Commander Courage to fight a giant spider in the third act, which I didn't quite understand. Literally a giant spider. And I didn't get it at the time because I still lived in Jersey. Now I live in Los Angeles, I get it.
Yeah.
Spider is a good idea.
Yeah.
Wasn't then, but I was young.
Yeah.
And straight, and now I get it. Now it would totally work in a movie.
If you relax, you're gonna have a great time.
Do not talk to me at the convention, okay?
You already said that. You know what? I gotta tell you, man.
What?
That hurts me deep.
Why?
Because you're like you're my bro, and now you're all like, hey, don't talk to me.
We're simpatico, okay?
Right.
But the point is,
I'm not even Italian.
I don't want to ash on your book.
No. This is. In fact, this is a reprint anyway. That's not the original thing. That's a Pop-Tarts giveaway. You know.
Now, are you a big bag and boarder?
Absolutely.
Really? See, I gave up on that kind of thing. Now
store them in your.
There was a guy, David Lapham, who does a book called Stray Bullets, an independent book, probably not familiar with it. He one day he gave me a bunch of books. I said, I got to bag and board these, and he said, you still bag and board? He said, just read them, enjoy them. And it sunk in, and I said, yeah, all right. So then I started reading them, and now I just rip my comics when I'm done. Rip them up.
Really?
Yeah, because forget it. Forget
I'm big on reprints. Why not reprints?
Why not reprints?
If you really want to read the books, but even
that's the way to do
even
it.
the archives are $50-$60 a pop.
I rip those too. Sometimes it takes a cheese grater or a handsaw, but I will rip those as well.
Oh yeah. That is a statement of some kind.
I can picture people all over getting the two halves of Kevin's books and trying to put them together. And if Kevin was a nice guy, he would write on the cover, ripped officially by Kevin Smith, and no telling what you could get for those books.
Do you ever have to sell someone on an idea and they go, gee, I don't know?
Yes, there was this tranny hooker the other day that I was really trying to sell her on the idea of a three-way.
What's tranny?
Tranny is, hold on.
Donald hadn't even left LA, and he was filming interviews. I mean, who did this guy think he was? That Oscar guy, what's his name? Roger Moore?
It's like trying to document the world's greatest generation for Tom Brokaw. It must have been a real mantle he accepted, that I'm going to be the documentarian of record of this entire generation. So I guess it's just the weight of the responsibility, but...
All right, well, take a breath, take a breath. Here's the thing. Let me just, all right.
I'm sorry.
All right, wait.
This isn't
Let me ask you something.
Let me ask you something. Out of my system now.
Champion, listen to me. Do you feel it?
Feel what?
Do you feel it? Just answer do you feel it?
I don't know what it is.
There's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, okay?
Yeah.
You could really...
Barf-inducing responsibility.
I don't care if you're sick. You can barf all you want as long as you say, yeah, codename Courage.
But you can do it. However you could blow it, okay? And when
I know, that's...
Okay, deflect.
Yeah,
that's your word, okay,
so
deflect.
Word of the day, deflect. I don't know what it means, but I'm writing it down.
I feel it.
See, a lot of people think the Beatles all sounded the same, but they don't, you know. You've got John, and John's voice, if you could see it, would be sort of sharp and pointy coming out of the nose of it, you know. Then there's Paul, and Paul's is more back in the throat and a bit smokier, really, and a little bit higher pitched, you know. Then there's George, and George always sounded congested, like he had a bit of a cold. And then there's Ringo down there at the bottom, you see, so they're awful different, aren't they? See? It's like the whole Beatle collection, man. That was how I used to get chicks back in college, if I went.
Let me just give you sort of an overview of what we're going to be doing down there, because you'll find that with all this time stretched out in front of us, it just goes very quickly.
Yeah.
The Con sent me an advance package of their panels and so forth.
Right.
And I wanted to take a look at that.
Okay.
Well, big guy, that's all great. I mean, and you know, we want to hear all that, but the thing is I understand it. We do the big dedication, make the announcement, and I think you'll be golden. And well, don't worry, we'll get a lot of stuff on camera about you talking about, would you say panels?
The thing that I think is really important in this day and age is this newfound patriotism people have, the newfound appreciation for what we've taken for granted. When people attack us from the outside, we know this is the greatest country in the world, right where we're living. And that is, to me, it sounds corny, and we can express that patriotism through this fictional character. I mean, you got a winner. Not just people that love comic books, but people that want to go out and have an Uncle Sam figure to rally around. And I'm telling you, it's Commander Courage, and you got it right there. I felt I was finally getting through to them. I mean, I knew they loved the Commander, but I wanted them to appreciate his creator, Jackson Whitney, as much as I did. Jack Whitney was orphaned at birth in 1923. A regular prodigy with a pencil, he uses his newsstand job to imitate the leading cartoonists of the day. It's here that he gets his first professional job, assisting on Lil Bobby and Stinker, a slapstick funny animal strip. His research on his next assignment, Frontier Willie and Wampum, begins his fascination with the American Indian culture, who he portrays as intelligent and noble rather than the usual stereotype savages. Now socially aware, he quits a well-paid job with all Negro funnies on the popular feature Bert Corky and the Colonel. His first original creation, the White Wolf, is an Indian witch doctor who fights evil. This lays the groundwork for the character who will outlast him for half a century. In a rare setback, it's rejected by every major publisher. But refusing to accept failure and aware of the overwhelming success of costume crime fighters, he reimagines the character with superpowers bestowed on him by the mystic shaman, the White Wolf, leaving nothing to waste. Then, with an origin fueled with his outrage over Pearl Harbor, an American icon, Commander Courage is born. From his first appearance, it was an instant smash hit. With his 4F status, Jack could have easily sat out the war. Instead, he puts his money where his mouth is, bribes a clerk at the draft board, and enlists. Boy, talk about the courage of your convictions. Jackson Tobias Whitney gave his life for his country. But he never lived long enough to see the impact his talent had on American pop culture. He left Commander Courage as his only legacy. That is, until my research proved there was another. I was able to trace Jack Whitney to a hospital in Czechoslovakia where he apparently had a daughter with a local, and she had a son who migrated to the United States, and this was a revelation to me. It was never mentioned anywhere else in any of his history. Now see, to me, that's a train. It looks like a train, it's old,
I think to everybody that's a train, because it is a train.
Wouldn't it be cool if he was coming in on one of these? Do you see anybody that looks like...
We have to be at the convention center by 6.
Matusik? Leonard? Yeah, it's us. Hi. Donald Swan.
It's his friend.
Are you Leonard?
No.
You're not?
Leo.
Oh, but you're Matusik?
Nice
to meet you.
It's great.
This is
Hi,
Taylor Donahue from the studio.
I'm sorry, your name again is?
Leo.
Leo.
There's Ricky. We're gonna get you a nice name.
I don't know what to do. I mean,
This is gonna be so much fun for you. It's gonna be like people that love Mickey Mouse meeting one of Walt Disney's relatives. That's the only way I can describe it.
Did your relative make up Mickey Mouse?
On behalf of the con, please.
Oh, yeah.
This is extra special.
Oh, yeah.
This is a reproduction of
Courage number 13, which introduced Liberty Lad. And that is
rocks.
your grandfather's creation.
Yeah?
Well,
It's just, I don't know. I got chills here.
I'm sorry, wait a minute, wait a minute.
So excited.
I'm sorry, you said what? What's his name? Don Swan. He's brought a relative in. He said it was his friend. He brings a relative in of the creator of the Courage character. They said there was no one living. This guy can stop the whole production. You have to tell me what to do. By the way, I know I normally don't talk to you this way, and I ahead of time apologize. But you got to call me.
I'm really sorry. Listen, this is polybagged. These are all individually wrapped. It shouldn't be on.
Sometimes I space out because I'm so happy.
This guy would want points. This is all right. We're gonna, you and I.
So he gets some money.
Zip up your pants.
Oh.
How did you end up coming here? How did you kids get together, as it were?
Well, Mr. Swan called me up. He got a hold of me. He did some digging around, and next thing you know, I get a phone call from him, and he said, you're an important guy.
Yeah, I know. I'm writing the article for a fanzine. Next thing you know, I know I'm Columbo.
Leon, I'm sorry, Leon.
Yeah, hey.
Basically, you don't know anything about show business or anything. You're like a babe in the woods. Is that right?
I'd like, like I said, I just want to be honest with you, and I don't know a lot of all this kind of stuff.
And just keep in mind, we don't know anything about sheet metal work, so, it's all balanced out.
You just stand there for 30 years of your life and you grind in the same goddamn holes all day.
Dude, why don't you give me a lift to a store later? I forgot some stuff.
So you've got all the keys and we just go up, right?
Yeah. So what do you think, Lee?
It's pretty amazing.
I'd love to be you. I would love to be able to be Leo when you go out there and people realize who you are.
You want me to have like the same look all the time?
Yeah. Well, just so that we don't know it's a different day. Right. You don't have multiples of this, so we'll go out, we'll get you.
No, I have a blue one exactly like this gray one.
Well, yeah, but whatever one you choose, wear that for the 4 days. Because then we won't know whether it's Wednesday or Thursday or Monday or Saturday. We won't know what day.
Why is that important?
Well, because we have so many days to film at the convention. We want to tell some kind of nominal story, and if we do that, it'd be distracting if you were wearing different clothing. We'll be exactly. Well, 4 days. We don't know how long the story is really supposed to take. It could, we get here in the morning and leave in the evening.
Yeah.
I really don't know. We're in Neverland at this point.
What if I just wore different sweaters over the same shirt?
Okay. Hey, so how do you feel? Are you excited or what?
Unbelievably excited. I don't know what to expect next. I mean, it's one of these Yellow Brick Road or something. Little do you know, maybe that's why they say that, because you know very little. You don't know a lot.
What Leo is about to learn is that the history of Commander Courage is the history of comic books.
Right after World War II, the superheroes declined in favor, and we got into all sorts of areas. Suddenly there were books called Courage to Love. The next thing you know, the Western trend became very big, and lo and behold, there was the book Courage in the Saddle. Now, after a while, the horror stories became big, and you had the Crypt of Courage, and this went on and on. There was a Bunny Courage, and the beautiful part about it, they teamed him up with Freedom Ferret.
Then they move him into the 50s, and they have to reinvent the character a little bit, so then they put him up against the Commie Swami, who was always trying to hypnotize people into joining the Communist Party, and they got some mileage out of that. They did put him into Vietnam, and they tried to put a more whimsical skew on his adversaries. There was a character called Ho 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 Chi Minh, who was sort of like a combination of like a gagster version of a Vietnamese madman.
Commander Courage had the rottenest villains, I always felt. They were kind of lackluster. I used to kind of root for the villain in those books. They're the only comic books that I was kind of happy that my mother threw out.
You had to admire the Commander's resiliency. The question was, could he face his biggest challenge yet? Hollywood's adaptation of the character as codename Courage.
just gigantic.
I love it. I'm here every year.
This place is so much like my dreams, it's scary.
I love Commander Courage! Yeah!
I'm telling you, there was supposed to be a person like the driver to meet us over here. Okay. We just... Oh, hi.
I'm
Grandpa
Debbie
Jack.
Newman.
Hi,
Debbie Newman from the Chamber of Commerce.
Whoa.
CEO.
Donald
Mr. Swan.
Wow.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming.
I won the lottery.
And this is
Heard a lot
Ricky.
about
Hey,
you.
you're really small.
You are so funny.
I like any woman that makes me feel tall.
Excuse me,
Ricky. Ricky, remember the deal? Stop the zippity doing
Shut
that.
up.
Have a wonderful day here in San Diego. It's like this year-round.
What is exactly the capacity of this convention hall?
Well, on a day like today, maybe 50, 60,000,
Wow.
50.2.
You have.
You know, I've always wanted to. People
Did you
say
ever ride in one of those cars at the circus? That would be awesome.
Have you guys visited Tijuana yet? You know, we're the gateway to Mexico.
Are you really the gateway to Mexico?
We are. Listen to this. Híjole, híjole, ándale, ándale.
She's a gem.
Do you know where I can get herb?
I'm sorry?
Herb?
Now I
I'm
can't.
not sure. Herb. I have to.
Geez.
fresh herbal
He's
Herbal
look,
tea.
Ricky,
You know, the acupuncturist
Ricky.
is very holistic, and she has.
Okay, I apologize, but you know, we have to have
You know, I like him. Let him go.
Hey, Jenny, is there anybody
give you a
dressed
card.
as the Hulk?
You know what? I did see Darth Vader.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if I.
Is he the Hulk?
No.
So we're up to 6B.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much,
Thank
Jenny.
you.
Leo, do you have any questions? Why don't you ask if there's anything you need to ask? Go ahead.
I'm like some important guy suddenly.
Yeah, man.
You are important in our book. Anybody who's a grandson of Jack Whitney.
Oh, well,
I mean, when people
Grandpa
find out
Jack.
who you are,
Grandpa Jack.
Comic-Con is really proud to have you.
Thank you. What is it called? Is that this?
San Diego Comic-Con, bigger and badder than ever. For life, baby!
I'm going to explain to you in 5 words or less what the American dream is all about. Buy my comic book, please.
Oh, man. See, I haven't been here in 20 years. It wasn't this huge. The Ambassador Hotel, there were probably 15 dealers and a 16mm projector to show these movies that I couldn't see. This is like, I don't know where to start. You know what you do? You just sort of like look around, see something that appeals to you and go for it. I love comics, thank you. This will be read, it won't be thrown in a pile, thank you. See, already free stuff. Look, the Muppet Show has their own figures now. But in my day, it was a little stick figure that was red and blue. Hey, this might be a place you can get a t-shirt. This didn't all used to exist. If you liked all this stuff, there was nobody to share it with.
Were you like the town weirdo?
Well, that's what people thought of us. But what I'm saying is now it's kind of all out in the open, and you go, oh, you're one of us. You like it too. You know, I mean, anything that people have in their lives that they want to keep secret, they don't want the world to know.
I got some of those.
Right, I'm walking around this like freak center and I don't know where I am. Hello? Shit! God dang it! Oh, God!
Look at Submariner, the first anti-hero. In the Golden Age, he was PO'd in a major way because he's the king of the underseas and we're messing up the water, we're polluting it. This is way back in the 40s. So
Oh
like
man, imagine how mad he'd be now.
Hallelujah, friends and neighbors, testify to the comic book. Only $1.75. Get yourself 32 pages of salvation.
The Beatles or the Stones, the Munsters or the Addams Family.
Betty.
Betty or Veronica.
Betty.
Betty.
Betty, she was the one.
She's the one for you because she's not so complicated. She's not so needy. Some guys like the Veronicas because they love the challenge and they think she should be spanked.
My wife and I had our anniversary coming up, and she was asking to go somewhere. I said, ooh, San Diego's nice. They have an ocean and romantic restaurants and boats and a comic convention.
That's right. Have courage. Have courage, fans.
Hey,
Hey, hey, Derek, how are you?
No, hi. Look, no, that should be on your head. You didn't take it off. Why is that off his head?
It's really hot, though.
Yeah, but I had that made. No. Commander Courage doesn't take that off. Yes, a superhero. Otherwise, they know his secret identity. All the time.
Well, they would know me, though.
Yeah, I know you're the secret identity. Honey, please, you don't even know comic books. You don't know anything.
Whatever.
I don't go to the knitting convention and tell you what to do. Please, don't make me.
It's
It's crocheting. I don't knit.
It smells a little like bacon, though. It's not.
That's okay. I mean, this guy is gonna sweat. You know, you're
To me,
Commander
you don't
Courage.
even
Honey, no, it looks good, but you're Commander Courage. You gotta have it on. You're like
What?
Daniel Boone. You're
What?
like Daniel Boone that was bitten by a radioactive Davy Crockett. You know, you're everything that's good about America, and you leave it
Commander
on.
Courage. Yes.
So what are you guys doing?
I draw a vampire comic book, he writes it.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, fans.
Good.
Have courage. We can defeat evil.
What?
Is that right?
No,
I really can't.
What?
his thing is so big.
That's
I
right.
know, he's a superhero, honey.
I don't
Everything
think that's
about him
right.
is
When
super.
kids are
Carry on.
Honey, it's not dirty. It's an idealization. I mean, you know, he's very powerful. It looks great. It looks great. You fill out the costume very well.
Well, thank you.
Derek and I spent money for our fanzine to have Liberty Lad and Commander Courage done in a full costume. I mean, we're going to see it now. I mean, I'm so excited.
If we have courage, then nothing can defeat us. Courage is all we need, and it's free. With I'm sorry, what?
You have a pen.
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have a pen?
Yes. Would you like my autograph? Yes.
No.
My pen. Where would you like me to sign, young fan?
Just let me.
Hey. Come in. Hey.
Hey, got it. Thank you. Who are you supposed to be anyway?
Yes.
Who are
Who are
you?
you supposed to be?
I am Commander Courage.
What?
Commander Courage,
It says on the
defender
side.
of all. Yes,
See?
my movie will be coming out. You'll be there.
I'll be there.
And I'll be in it.
Yeah, he'll be in it.
Ow. Who the heck are you? Who are
Tom
you?
Hanks!
I'm Bruce.
You're Bruce.
Well,
What are you
Jefferson
doing
Dale.
here? Put the
My
helmet
secret
on. Put the
identity
helmet
is
on. Keep
Jefferson
the helmet
Dale,
on. Put the
and
helmet
but I'm Bruce.
Put the helmet on. Do you know who I am? He took the helmet off again.
Okay. Who are you?
Who hired you? What are you doing here?
Well, Donald hired me.
Did you hear Donald hired
Donald hired him
Yes,
to be
I hired
here.
you. Hi, come in. Yes.
Where did this costume come from?
I think he made it himself. It's not a costume, though. It's
What
obviously
does it feel like? That's
Oh, hey.
Let it go.
I'll give you
Let it
5 minutes to stop that.
I'm in aisle 1900. Call me any day now, Taylor.
This smells like blue cheese. What the hell is this?
It's personal.
I love
It's difficult to hear out of, though. If you make that new costume, you should.
look fantastic.
That's
why.
Good to see you, sir. Yes.
Look, I can't believe how long.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Leo.
Isn't it wonderful?
Where did you get this outfit? And where did you get that?
Whoa, sweet package.
I am impervious to pain. Commander Courage. Kick away, fiends. I shall overcome.
Idealized being. I mean, everything about him.
Do you know how much money
His
we
chest is super. His gloves are super. Look at that hair.
Yeah.
Come on. I saw this guy in a musical version of Under the Yum Yum Tree, and he killed. I mean,
No,
he
please.
can sing.
Oh.
He can do. And when he's in the Jefferson
We're gonna have a
Dale
Go
guy,
singing Commander Courage has some humility to him.
But
of course.
yeah, but when you do Jefferson, he's meek and mild.
Mild-mannered,
Right,
yes.
soft-spoken,
Soft-
slight limp. He had polio as a child.
Wow, that's good.
I need to write that down.
Look at you do that. That's good, man.
Taylor, where are you? I'm in aisle 240. I feel like I'm at the Safeway or the market or something. I'm in the bread aisle. Where are you? I was not ready for Fellini's Satyricon in spandex.
Mr. Donahue,
Hey,
this
This is about my
Oh,
massage. One second.
This is a great costume. I love this.
Yes.
Do you know? Hi, Debbie Newman Century. I mean, I'm with the Chamber Commerce and
Hello,
Watch your
Debbie.
hands. Watch your hands.
Oh, that's a
You know,
mwah.
we could get him down to the harbor and hand out flyers. How would
Get
that
him
be?
down to the harbor, yes, on a boat.
Great.
What?
I told you, it's not Commander Courage thing anymore. Do you want to keep your job? This is not where I want it to be. Weird ass, short people, strange babies, little critters running around with no feet.
No, listen to me. Hear me out, okay? Listen, you see, no, it's,
I can't move. He told me not to move.
We can't find Liberty Lad.
Oh, Liberty Lad.
Nobody wants to wear the
Liberty
costume.
Lad.
I don't know. It's something to do with him having bare legs. I mean, I said he can wear tights if he wants, but we can't find
Well,
fresh tights.
Leo might be a good.
Pardon me,
Lad.
excuse me.
Yes.
This is Anita Levine.
A pleasure. Yes.
You know what? Your breasts are firmer
A
than mine.
pleasure.
Please stand
Excuse
somewhere.
me,
No,
this
we
is-
met
last week at the meeting. You remember me?
Of course I remember. But you know what? You bring this guy in, you fuck this project.
This is also Leo Matusik.
You're the reason I came down here. Little dwarf boy, little strange man. Do you even know who your great-grandfather was? Do you even know what you're doing here? Yeah. Do you know your name? Sure. Okay, what day is it?
No,
Fix it. I'll see you later.
She needs some Valium
Farewell,
now.
Missy. Come on.
Farewell.
Did I get you there? I'm okay.
All right, fine. Go home.
Hey, I think you're awesome, and I hope
Oh.
you get the job as the guy in the movie.
Thank you. Yes, I will be in the movie 2004. It comes out. Commander Courage. She wants to kiss me.
You bring Leo in, now you bring Costume Boy in. My job is on the line here, all right? No surprises. Your ass is on the line. If we said no surprises, my ass goes, your ass goes. So let me get this straight, okay? No more surprises. Do you hear me?
Look, it's Ray Harryhausen.
Don't you...
Oh, nice to see you. I spoke to you once on the phone. We were at the LA Art Museum, and someone said, "Guess who I have on the line?" I said, "Who?" And they said, "Ray Harryhausen." I thought I would faint that away. I mean, you are such a big part of my childhood, and I want to thank you.
Well, thank you. It's wonderful to feel we've made more than just entertainment.
Oh, so much so, and I'm so glad you're lucky to be around to know how revered you are. I mean, I think a lot of times when you were making the films, you thought, well, they'll be remembered for a few years, they're for children, whatever. And
That's quite.
Most people didn't really.
Wasn't all this
it wasn't
here.
all this. I know, that's what's so amazing.
Ray Harryhausen, he animates soft frame animation. He did like Seventh Voyage of Sinbad and Three Worlds of Gulliver and Jason and the Argonauts. I mean, he's the guy. I mean, he didn't use computers and go make everything move. I mean, he had to move the figures 24 times per second. Do you see what I'm saying? It was a little miniature, like King Kong, and they'd move it, take a frame of film, move it, take a frame of film. But you have to do that 24 times because 24 frames go by your eye in a second.
Why so much trouble?
I thought for sure when Taylor got into the spirit of things, he would have been able to be open to compromise. Not so much compromise, but a collaboration.
So Donald wanted to hang out with me. You know, he kept saying, hey, maybe we could talk about the film, we could talk about all that kind of stuff.
I, too, want to make a movie that's going to, trigger a whole franchise of sequels of Commander Courage. I mean, if they got Professor Holloway in the cast, they could have done time travel stories where it wouldn't have to be in World War II. I mean, there were so much potential.
I mean, everyone wants to hang out with me. Everyone wants to talk with me. I mean, I even want to hang out with me, and I can't even get me on the phone.
I just feel like this is important for you. Right. Only because you see the scope. And look at the demographics. From teenagers to children, old people. It's not just one thing anymore. It's everybody.
Sophisticated Bondage Art. We optioned a book on bondage, and we're trying to make it into actually a miniseries.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea what he was talking about. I wanted to talk about the Commander's fan club, which convinced millions of wartime youngsters to remain vigilant against saboteurs and fifth columnists living among them. His coast-to-coast radio show was a hit with people who didn't even read comics, and the Commander's popularity shot past his nearest rivals, Doll Man, Fighting Yank, Black Owl, and Blue Beetle. The Commander had survived it all, from his hip 70s relaunch, and even as a pitchman for caramel-filled marshmallow breakfast logs, and various other snack treats.
Columbia had talked to Bob Clampett about directing a series of cartoons, but they just wanted him to like come in at the beginning and the end and have it mostly be funny animal stuff with all these animal friends.
Then there was the legendary TV pilot.
So Lost in Space wrapped up in early 1968, and then I went straight into a project, Commander Courage and Liberty Lad. And I was, totally immersed in wanting to just be Liberty Lad. I really wanted to make that like the vehicle for me. We got like 3 weeks into a 10-week shoot, and the whole thing just went.
The thing I remember the most about Commander Courage was that really, really horrible, short-lived Commander Courage cartoon that was on in like 1979.
Yes, it's that daring pair extraordinaire, Commander Courage and Liberty Lad.
This is back at a time when cartoons were done like really, really cheap. I mean, this show was so cheap it made Super Friends look like Citizen Kane.
When school teacher Jefferson Dale invokes a mystic Indian oath, he's transformed into that scourge of the untrustworthy, Commander Courage, who can render himself intangible, ride the winds at tremendous speeds, and whose skin is as impenetrable as the Liberty Bell itself. In the ill-fated third season, he joined the Dynamo Squad with Blue Bruiser, Lady Allura, the Ocelot, and Afro Avenger. But me, I like the early solo years. He had such nobility. But the important thing was to keep Taylor focused and not get bogged down in minutia.
By ignoring the Commander's past history, you're really missing out on a huge portion of people that like and acknowledge the old one and would come to see your new version. So that's what I want, just some acknowledgement. I mean, if you get a feeling for how the fans really are passionate in a way that you can't get in these focus groups, I think it might, set the project on the right trajectory. That's what I'm trying to say.
You are verbiage.
And you'd be about the right size for Liberty Lad. I need the size more than I need the...
I'm not brave enough. Give me one more drink. I'm not smart enough. And it helps me think I'm not happy enough. And I want to be happy.
Hey man, I don't even know where I am. Is this Chicago? This place is f***ing mad, you know? I mean, I love you, but you're all out of your f***ing minds, man, you know? Cool? You like that? Yeah, chicks like that too. Do you like chicks?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, there were some babes in there. Have you been looking around?
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah. But
you know what? You scored on some, didn't you? I can tell by your face. What did you do?
No, I love to tell you that I did, but I don't know how to, like, break the ice or...
Oh, you mean talk to girls?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's easy. What's the problem? Just say the first thing that comes into your head.
I can't say pickup lines because I feel creepy.
You don't need pickup lines. If you walk by a girl dressed as an alien and go, hey, nice antenna. You know what I'm saying?
You kill me.
Like, here, do something funny. Pretend you're like a Calvin Klein model. Let me see your expression.
I can do that.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, see, do that. Go, want to see my Calvin Klein audition? Yeah, dude, you're on.
That'll make a girl laugh?
Laughter plus fun equals lame. Let's go check it out. Come on, we'll give it a try. You're gonna be fun. It's a party, man. We're in San Francisco. So, dude, it's just about being yourself. You know what I'm talking about? You look great on camera. You know, what I want to do now is just let's see if we can strike up some conversations, all right? No, don't do that. And don't like get all touchy-feely and stuff, because that's crap and it makes them uncomfortable. Don't do it. I mean, save it for later, after you get them liquored up. Now, what we got to do first is find a subject. Hang on. Hey, what's your name?
Laura, nice to meet you.
Laura, boy, are you pretty. Leo was all just chilling out, you know, hanging and everything, and he goes, hey, Rick, you know what? He said, that is the most beautiful face I've ever seen in my whole life. You did say that.
Yeah, I did.
Remember?
I kind of did, yeah.
Yeah.
I did say that.
Tell her some stuff, man.
Yeah.
She likes that. She likes that. Tell her about her lips. She's got beautiful.
They have great lips. They're almost like, they look like beautiful red worms, kind of like touching each other. You know what I mean?
Well,
That's supposed to be a compliment.
Well, let's go. Yeah.
We don't want just people that want hardcore, weapon-laden guys, blowing people away. We want superpowers. We want to fly. We want to, have
You're going to have fun. You're going to have action. You're going to have it all. You're going to have
Hey, look, there's Superman.
I don't want to upset you, Don, but that's a guy in a...
Yeah, but it's a darn good one.
I'm an animal.
Yes, that's what
I'm an animal.
Yeah, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, look, don't overdo it. Look, here's what I want you to do on the next one. Okay, yeah, it's good. That's nice.
I have to tell you something. We're doing this film, and I think we might want to have a meeting. Let me give you a card.
He is the new Hellboy. You hear what I'm telling you? They're going to make a movie
That's
out
Mike
of it.
Mignola back there.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I work sheet metal, I work sheet metal.
No, I mean, he owns a sheet metal company. He owns it. Yeah. He owns it. Yeah, he owns a lot of stuff.
What else do you own?
Just, stuff. I mean, a little town.
He owns the town.
Nathan is my artist on Codename Courage. This is Joe Straczynski. Hey, Joe Straczynski. How you doing?
Good. Peter David is one of the greatest writers in comic books today, and I loved his Hulk, and I loved what he did with Supergirl and Aquaman, but, you know, and I think he understood. I just couldn't bring myself to go to the signing. Not when he turned the character into some stupid acronym. Covert Operations Unit Reconnaissance and Guerrilla Enforcement. Actually, that sounds kind of neat.
So, is it true that Captain Courage and Liberty Lad are actually an item?
I mean, okay, yeah. The whole thing with them in the bathrobes, I know, could be read incorrectly, but it was a more innocent time.
It's the early 50s, the very height of the McCarthy era, and the backlash against comic books is in full swing. Newspapers and magazine articles across the country are damning comic books for corrupting the morals of America's youth, calling them, among other things, the marijuana of the nursery. The hysteria reaches a fevered pitch with the publication of the best-selling book, Corruption of the Juvenile, by Dr. Cedric Purview. He writes,
"A subtle atmosphere of homoeroticism pervades the adventures of the mature Commander Courage and his young friend Liberty Lad. The handsome, ephebic boy, usually shown in his skin-tight costume with bare legs spread, the genital region discreetly evident."
When the Senate committee started investigating all this stuff, the publishers just folded. They all circled tents. They formed the Comics Code.
Hundreds of titles were canceled. Countless publishers went out of business. And as for Liberty Lad, he got a redesigned costume with long pants, a girlfriend named Daisy York, and a one-way trip to the Walsingham Boys Academy. But I digress.
Hi, how's it going?
Shake your hands. Good.
Sure thing.
Great to see you.
You too. How's it going?
I came the way from Germany just to see you guys here.
Do they have Codename Courage over in Germany?
Name? My code name?
I have fun with my doggy.
Have you seen my mummy?
It's a funny puppy.
Ricky, would you go pick us up a couple snacks?
Yeah, right away.
All I want is like an orange juice or something. We don't have to have food. It's just I'm gonna fall out on my feet a little bit. And you know what? You guys are really, hey, look, that's a pretty good Batman costume on a situation like this. Maybe get some juice.
Yeah,
some snacks.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Maggie!
So good to see you. It's been a long time. How are you doing, Don? How's the show for you?
Oh, it's been fantastic. This is Maggie Taylor Donahue.
Oh, it's so good to meet you.
Do you recognize me? Now stop it. One of the patron saints of fandom. Let me tell you,
Really?
her and her husband wrote. Well, you, I guess, edited it.
I typed it.
You typed it. I saw that when you re-released it, because they did All in Color for a Dime, which is a book about the Golden Age characters.
Right.
And they wrote the comic book. And you are of the same mind as I am, which is if you only read superheroes, you're just getting a sliver of what is out there. You're missing Walt Kelly's Pogo, and you're missing Stanley's Little Lulu, and all of the wonderful, the Carl Barks Duck book.
Jesse Marsh's Tarzan.
Do you like the Hulk?
Absolutely.
Do you think he would have been just as cool if he'd been like purple instead of green, or would that have
They
screwed-
tried him gray.
Did
tried
they?
him gray.
I never saw it. Do you have a picture of that?
No, I'll show you later, but you've not heard an argument, and you heard two professionals, doctors, I think, they were arguing over who was superior, the green or the gray Hulk, and that's why I love this hobby.
Do you know what's
we
weird?
can talk about anything in the fantasy world. People say to me, hey, Don, all those people at the cons, aren't they weird? I said, look, they are so in tune with their fantasy life.
Yes.
They probably spend lots less time on the therapy couch
Yes.
than people that aren't in tune
And
with
do you
their
know what?
fantasy
You guys are talking about the old and the new, Taylor. You're talking about the old and the new. Do you realize that if the Hulk came out now, he would probably go into therapy and anger management, never get mad, and no Hulk? And then where would we be?
Ham man cannot fight crime in kosher neighborhoods.
Are you too tired to walk?
Come on.
Oh, there we go. That's good. How is it?
It's all right.
Is that okay? Huh?
It's only a couple of more panels. It's fun though, isn't it? We're all having fun.
We're all
having
having fun.
We're all having fun at the comics convention, right?
We're just absolutely not the same as
Excuse me, do you mind if we share this table?
No, move along, sir. Someone famous.
Thank you.
Look, see, now all of these dealers were kind of curious about the camera, like, were we from Entertainment Tonight?
Or Hustler.
Well, exactly. I could lose about 10 pounds, that's for sure.
You look hot, though. Chicks love you, man.
I don't know about that.
You look good.
Look at you, Leo. Not bad, huh?
What are you talking about?
You look hot.
You gotta work on lighting a little more next.
Come on, I'm ready to.
There it is. Oh,
show San Diego.
I won't
who's boss.
use that shot if you don't want it.
I don't think you should.
I appreciate it, but look at my face. It's really bothering me.
I like your face, Leo.
You know what? Some people shouldn't look at dailies. Maybe you're getting self-conscious.
Okay, let's go, boys. Let's go.
All right.
Keep an eye on the footage. Let us know how it is.
That guy looks better than me. The old geezer from the Muppets.
Hey,
look.
All right, here, Grandma. Let's go. Let's
I
go.
filmed some of the chicks. Make a note of the time code from where they were at.
Do we have a red circle and an arrow?
Well, listen. You look fine. You're just not used to seeing yourself.
Immigration!
You remind me a lot of Dirk Bogart. You know who he was? He was big.
Yeah, he's going to be a drunken Dirk Bogart in about 20 minutes.
Boy, he does look kind of funny.
You want to have fun?
Yeah, I've been waiting for fun the whole time since I've been here.
Yeah, me too.
I know, maybe that's the way to go.
Dude, no more comic book guys. I want beer.
Hey, there's some music in here.
Listen up now, people. Got something to say.
Hey, where did Leo go?
I am broke down. Don't like feeling this way. Get yourself another hero. Time for me to go.
If my grandfather created something like that, I wouldn't just be playing this piano, I'd be owning it.
Used to be a super guy. Now I'm super blue, yeah.
I'm not exactly a dreamboat myself.
Somehow, even tangentially connected to comics. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be shy, don't shut your eyes, don't get high. Expand your mind. Don't keep in touch, don't touch yourself. Don't ever wanna be somebody else when everything is bad as it can be. Never be angry. Be like water. Must be the answer.
Forget it.
But wait, no,
I thought this was supposed to be a legitimate acting job.
Well, it is. It's an acting. You could act as if you were enjoying it.
You know what? If she's not into it, neither am I.
Oh, now I thought we had a team going here.
I was able to contact Bruce Campbell. I had interviewed him before, and I wanted to give him the review of Chins Could Kill, and it was a rave. I knew he was in the running for the part of Codename Courage, and I wanted to get to him before Taylor did, certainly.
Well, all I've heard of, though, is the code name.
The Codename
Courage.
revamp.
From
Yes.
what I understand, that is the original.
Well, no, but see, if you will allow me, I actually brought you just to take a look at. This is the independent book, Codename Courage, which has
That's right.
created quite a sensation.
Liberty Lass.
But let me show you. This actually is based on an old Golden Age book, Commander Courage. So this is a revamp of this. Now, this is what the studio's interested in, obviously.
This is very Batman-like. The
Yeah,
thing that's interesting
true.
about this is that it's not covering up the rest of my face.
My partner and I published Once Upon a Dime, which is a fanzine.
Sure, I've heard of it.
We spent our own money to recreate, let me show you, Commander Courage outfit. It's got the muscles built into the outfit. Anybody that puts it on is going to look like as strong as Michael Keaton.
You know, I like the colors of that because
They're earth tones.
some of the colors of the updated version, it's all that dark. It's very black.
It's very black and noir.
It's very kind of Darth Vader, and I think that we've got to
get away from the
Does
old...
that seem like a hero to you?
That's what I think, Bruce. You just have such a way with making your character seem like an everyman.
Well, let me
kind of
ask you
thing,
something on a practical level. Is that suit hot? Is this, have you worn this? I mean, is it
No, I haven't worn it. But boy, you'd look awesome in it. I'm telling you. I mean, you've got that great kind of
Well, the one thing that's always bothered me with masks, though, is can you breathe in it?
Well, this one, listen, this one's nothing. This one's, look at, this one is like, slips right on. Nothing. I mean, you can see your whole face.
Right, you can see the eyes, you can even see the nose.
You can see
the ears, that's no big deal.
No big deal. I mean...
it looks like an old-fashioned football helmet.
Yeah, kind of like an old-fashioned football player, one of those World War I fighter ace pilot guys.
Sure.
But it's, to me, it's much more...
Can I see that for a second?
Oh, absolutely. It's, to me, it's much more than just the outfit. It's the man inside the outfit. That's why I'm...
I like it, too. It's low-tech. It's sort of ageless.
Fantastic in it. Ooh,
what size is that?
Well, I think it's one size fits all.
Is it?
Be still
Would you
my
mind
heart.
if I...
Oh, I'd love it. And listen, I'm getting... oh, yeah. Yeah! Oh! See, now, that brings it all to life.
I have to say, I have good field of vision.
Yeah? It's not like
Because,
that,
you
man.
know,
It's not all pinched off.
Because with the stunts that I have to do...
Right.
You know,
You look so fantastic, and that's what I'm saying. You bring the helmet to life, not vice versa.
Yeah? I can't tell what I look like. It's hard to say.
I'm telling you.
My eyes don't look too close together?
No.
Really?
No, and it's cut so that, you know, you can use your eyebrows.
Chin looks all right coming through?
And the code name thing, come on. They're going to put a black stocking over that guy's face. It's
No,
gonna
they're
be,
not, okay?
Oh.
They're not.
Well, you'd know. I would.
I mean, they're not going to put anything over my face.
Okay.
If I'm going to put anything on my face, it'll be more like this.
I got a call from Campbell's people, okay? 5 minutes with Don Swan, and he's demanding rewrites, and now I'm stuck without a star, okay?
And so this was my first chance alone with Leo. So basically, I wanted to find out if he knew how much he was entitled to, and then, of course, talk him out of it.
Instead of learning all this comic book stuff, I'm going to teach you how to deflect. Say it with me. Deflect.
Good. I don't know whether they're just humoring me and being nice or they're really listening, but you know what I'm doing? I'm trying to bend them to my way of thinking by just not being obstructionist.
Bend them to your will.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to get in there and hopefully influence the script. So
Well, if you bust their balls on details, they will just shut down.
Yeah.
How you doing, man? Good to see you again. What's up? You got any herb?
Do what?
You have herb?
No, sorry.
We need to put a new issue together while we're here.
That would be wonderful.
I mean, there's a lot of cool people here. Ray Harryhausen. I walked by Ray Harryhausen on the way in.
I know. I mean,
I got a little claymation boner as I walked by him. I was so thrilled.
I can't control the fanboy in me. It's like
You never could.
Well,
You never could, remember?
No. I'm just so thrilled.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Harryhausen.
I noticed that a lot of these comic books you're selling are old, and I think maybe you do more business if you got some brand new ones, because people like to have new stuff more than old.
The old guys, no weapons. Just the idealized American spirit.
That's it. Nothing but a square jaw and a dimple.
I mean, anybody can get weapons like that. I mean, not weapons like that.
Yeah, those you got to go to a special place. That's a
It's so great.
Try to bring them
again.
back in one piece, 007.
It's Ricky.
Deflect. Deflect.
That's good. Does he feel the moment? Ask him if he feels the moment.
You feel the moment? Deflect, man. I'm deflecting. I'm in charge. I'm in control. I'm gonna go away, and you're gonna feel good about talking to me.
I'll spin on my phone. He's good.
Superhero all the way. How's that possible, you know?
You guys gotta come out to our panel. We got a panel today. We're gonna make our own damn movie.
To wrestle some control out of this mess, I brought in a specialist, someone who would create excitement about my project.
Oh my God!
Guys, I want you to meet my fabulous friend from college. Her name is Papaya Smith.
Hi.
You know, papaya is a fruit in Hawaii.
Okay.
Who knew?
Yeah. Have a seat, darling.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, guys, I just wanted to tell you that our lovely papaya here is our new Liberty Lass. So why don't you guys really work
So
as a
seriously,
team?
though,
So seriously, though. So seriously. So seriously.
Are you
though,
from
this is
Hawaii?
unique. No, I mean, not really. My name's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, frankly, people are going to want to look at
Do
her,
you have like
and not
a
you. So
relative
sit down,
named
make it a
after
nice
another
team
fruit?
effort, and get to work.
Or are you the only one
Okay?
in the family?
Thank you
too?
so much for coming, sweetie. Oh!
let me guess, I'm guessing. You're an actress and a model.
I've done some modeling, yeah.
Really? How did you know that? You're like Dionne Warwick.
What else have you done? You remember any things you've done? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I used to do nails.
We're gonna get along just fine. Just listen to us go with our lead.
Okay.
We're gonna get along even better.
Yeah,
It's made from carpet pad, and it's very, very hot, the poor guy, so we have to walk around with his head most of the time. It's time for a breather. Ugh.
She brings in this Liberty Lass girl, like, without even talking to me about it?
I want to see her dance like a monkey on a stick.
Well, what I remember about Commander Courage is that it was a kind of simply drawn, kind of crude. The Ben-Day dots, you know, in the printing were a little off-register, and it's charming, but it made it kind of hard to read, actually.
I heard that Matt Groening was making an appearance at the Bongo Comics booth, and I really wanted to get over there.
What I like is with a cartoon show, I try to maintain some integrity with it. I try to keep it classy. I try not to be associated with shoddy products or...
So I was a little nervous. I thought, you know, if I pull out all these things I want signed, you know, I couldn't help it, though. I mean, it's Matt Groening.
How about just the eBay, right? That'll go faster. You are one of the most enthusiastic fans I've ever met.
I just love
can't
you.
believe
I'm
it.
sorry, you changed my life. I think this is one of the greatest creations. I believe this could go on longer than Peanuts.
Wow, there's Peanuts in this, I think. So.
Who was someone you know, worshipped as a child, as a host?
You know what? I had a poster of Mary Hart on my wall.
Mary Hart. Just a tip in the hosting world. Hair is what it's all about.
You spend a lot of time and money on your hair, your teeth and nails, and, you know.
We are so simpatico.
important. Okay.
You know, I got an idea. I think you should act like you're not a host, because, you know, you are Liberty Lass. Don't act host, act actress.
May I have
and you'll be the
your attention, please?
anti-host.
May I have your attention,
Wait, attention.
please? Brian Edwards and Ryan Pearson. Brian Edwards and Ryan...
Oprah. Hart.
You know what? Ricky and I are gonna give you
You
some
have
tips.
something in your eye. You got a little something you just want to... You did it again. You got a twitch now.
No.
It's like a facial tick.
Look, you stay there, Ricky.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, Ricky here does like silly
I'm
voices.
I'm Ricky.
What would be a really silly voice that she could do when she interviews somebody?
A voice.
What do you mean?
Like, you know,
you know, that's stupid.
He didn't believe me. I said, look, I'm a fan. They're fans. They're going to love you. Hey,
They
shake
love
their
me.
hands, man. You're a star here. Look, there you go.
Hi.
Leo Matussi.
What an honor. Thank you.
And he's single, too, if there's any young ladies out there looking around.
How about sibilants?
Dude, she could do it like that and go, say, wait a second, like that. Say. Yeah, that's nice.
That's it, because this is comic books. It's really sort of
Say,
works
wait
with...
a second, old
Say.
chum.
Okay, let me see
See?
that. Say. What is...
Say.
Yeah.
What do you think about comic books?
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
gosh,
really
she's good.
Yeah,
She is
yeah.
good. Okay.
You make that look sexy.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Okay.
Excuse me. Can we ask you a couple questions on camera here?
Sure, what is it?
What's your name?
My name is Sarah.
Sarah. Oh, this is
Perfect. Hey,
perfect.
this
so,
is nice to meet
you go ahead. Now, this is
Okay.
Liberty Lass.
Hi, Liberty. Hi, Sarah. Tell me, what do you think about comic books?
Well, I really like comic books. I like to collect them all the time, and I generally am here handing out these for Games Workshop. And
Do you like superheroes? Yes, that's good.
Do you like superheroes?
I do like superheroes. I ran into the Incredible Hulk yesterday, and I got a picture
That
taken
is
with them.
so cool.
Oh, is it?
That is so cool.
Golden Age would be from the creation of Superman in 1938 through, and it's debated. Some people think its second stage is Silver Age, which is the showcase, I guess it's 4 of, that's considered the beginning of the Silver Age by most people. And it's kind of blurred, and there was a period where there was no age, and other people say Golden Age goes right up to 56, but that's for the scholars to debate. I don't really know.
Yeah.
But look at these now.
Hey, do you have, like, Mademoiselle Elle magazine?
So are you just here, like, looking for comics? And you have any
You know, I was looking for other stuff, but I'm seeing that's all there is here is comics. So...
Taylor annoys me sometimes.
Oh, yeah?
I like him, you know, but, you know, when he gets his whole...
You know what, he's kind of, it gets on your nerves, but it's always good because he's always in there showing me new stuff, you know. I'm always willing to step up to the plate and just learn it fast.
I like him, man. I knew him when he was a woman.
I was hoping maybe you could come see me in my office and we could talk about work.
I just wish there were more beauty magazines here. What do you think? You know what? I'm really, really excited about that new hostess that I saw walking around. That's me.
At our recent San Diego panel, I couldn't think of a better moderator than Donald Swan.
He is one of the most open and communicative of the icons in comic books. He's got a fan heart.
Anybody with his knowledge of comics, with his ability to be articulate and to make everything he said interesting, and the way he cares about all of this. And I was so glad he agreed to do it.
Obviously, one of our passions is Commander Courage, a patriotic character of the Golden Age. Wasn't he the first patriotic character that I can remember?
He's the first patriotic character that ever meant anything to me.
Good answer.
I'm thinking of going into politics.
All right.
To me, this is so fascinating. But then again, you know, golfers like golf.
We met at,
well, we didn't meet. We were supposed to meet, but we didn't meet. I had the meeting set. I showed up to your office, and you weren't there.
I know you. You are,
Tell him you feel bad about it.
No, I really do. I mean,
we talked about black superheroes. I have yet to see one. Look at me. How come I can't be a superhero?
Yeah.
But no, you didn't take the meeting. It's not. And now you're here. What are you, my face now?
I'm not in your face. No.
You are kind of in his face.
Now with a new movie, there are no roles for you. But
keep going. You're doing good.
So there was a movie you had with a role that you didn't see me for. Now you have a movie that has no role, and now you're seeing it. What you just said, but double it and bring it back.
Your father?
It was my grandfather, Jack Whitney, created Commander Courage.
Wow, Commander Courage.
From the 40s, remember that?
From Trummer, of course, I was there. I remember it very well.
Yeah, you were a young guy, right?
Toxic Avenger was kind of inspired a little bit. Well, not only with Toxic Avenger, but Butt Crack, the great movie, Butt Crack.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Leo.
Pleasure to meet you. You're strong. Are you a gymnast?
I'm a pianist.
Wow.
I'm good with my hands, and see?
Wow.
I can't believe we're spending our anniversary here.
San Diego's a great town. You know, you got the museums, you got zoos here. It's...
How would you know? How would you know? We haven't left this convention.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna go get some coffee.
No, it's okay. Hang on, this will be fine.
Right.
I didn't say we'd go to the beach. I said we'd be near the beach. We saw it on the drive up with the sand and the water. You know, that was the ocean.
Man, look what I got for you. I forgot to tell you. Look what I got.
Oh, look, Donald's got a present for you.
You like that character?
You like
that? Does he know who Shazam is?
It's not Shazam.
That's not Shazam. Who is it?
It's the Marvel.
Well, who's Shazam then?
He's the wizard that gave Captain Marvel his powers.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Boy.
Can I open it?
He knows more than I do.
No.
Why?
Why?
Because it's collectible.
Oh.
Well,
Do you
what?
see?
You're
You see
raising
what
a
you've
whole
done?
new generation of...
It is collectible, though, honey.
No,
He's
what
right.
child doesn't want
You
to
shouldn't
open...
take it out
He
of the
wouldn't open
package.
any of his Christmas presents last year. Wouldn't open one Christmas present. That is not normal.
That's true,
He made
actually.
me leave them all wrapped. They're still wrapped. A year
That's
later.
good, though.
That's not
That way they
right.
retain their value.
It was that dude right there. He took it. It was in your jacket.
Jeff, nice to meet you.
Right here.
Hey.
Who's best? Leo Matusik.
Hi, Leo. How are
Nice
you?
to meet you. Can I go eat Chase?
Sure.
You know, I bought this at a booth over there, and I thought it'd be a great way to meet you. If you could just autograph it for me.
Thanks. It's good to have a doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sort of with a production company, and you know, maybe there's any time I could help you. I'm glad to give you my card.
You're sort of with a production company.
Well, I am now. I mean, it didn't happen. You know, it happened kind of suddenly, but you know, it was a good stroke of luck on my part. And give you my card. I know there's like a sheet metal company.
You have a lot of businesses.
Yeah, you know, my grandfather created Commander Courage.
Your
You know
grandfather?
You know the comic
Jack
book?
Whitney?
Jack Whitney.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I'm the grandson.
Oh, it's so nice to meet
Yeah, it's
you.
great to meet you too.
Leo?
Hey, Leo, how about a picture with her?
Oh yeah, okay. Wow, this is just amazing. I can't thank you enough. Nice to meet you too. What a great honor.
I saw Bruce Eastley down in the bar hitting on those two underage girls, smoking while still in the costume, and it was appalling. He had to go.
to spite Donald, I rehired Bruce Easley to promote Codename Courage.
I have to take the mask off because I have this little TMJ problem. I think it's too much jaw or something. Anyway, it hurts.
Watch this. It's a good stand back.
Remember, it used to be Commander Courage, but now it's Codename Courage.
Yeah, that's
See?
nice.
Yeah. See, we're a couple, obviously, right?
Not in real
the
life.
film.
What happened when we got down to the con, it has an effect on you, I think, and certainly had an effect on Leo, because he's a sweet guy, but I don't know. I mean, a lot of that positive reinforcement, he started becoming a little bit of starstruck himself.
Was the Commander Courage, like the uniform, like was that based on any one particular person?
Like it's based on a superhero, I guess.
It wasn't a control matter. I didn't want him to be my puppet or anything, but I think it got a little cocky, and off he went, and, you know, I don't know if that's fair or not.
Things are looking up, man. Things are looking up. Now I'm starting to feel really cool about things.
What
I
happened?
just get interviewed by this guy. He's asking me all questions, and he invited me.
Is he from Wizard or the magazine, or is he?
I don't know.
You don't even know what he
My
was
head
from?
is spinning. I called you.
You should ask him what magazine he writes for.
What does it matter?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Come on,
It's
oh
so
boy.
sad.
No, you're not tired. We're having a good time. We're at the convention. There's just a couple more panels we got to go to. And it's
You know what's going on with me? Is I just got invited. We just get invited to a party. There's like a few parties happening.
I'll buy you more toys, buddy. I'll buy you more toys. You got to work with me here, okay? I'll buy you more toys. You got to work with me here. Come on.
This is why I came, you know? I mean, this is what's really cool. Now you see, I'm perking up, man. I'm ready for show business.
You took something.
No, I didn't.
Look at him. He's
You're
wired.
tired, just
Not
say,
tired.
are
He's
you
wired.
tired?
No, he's not
Did
tired.
Daddy promise you some toys or
Well,
something?
put ideas in his head, honey. He's not
What?
tired.
What did he say to you? If you work with me, what? Tell me that's.
I will give you some more toys.
It's like an hour passes by time you're driving and the toys. I think you should go to sleep.
No, I said that there's much more joy to be had at the convention. I didn't say I'd buy more toys. I said there was more joy.
That's.
You know, you gotta relax. You need shiatsu. You ever met her?
I had her once for lunch.
Taylor Donahue.
Oh my God.
Showbiz Online.
Oh, you're a reporter. We're gonna do a whole press conference after the big announcement tomorrow.
Right,
I'll
I
talk to you
hear
then.
there's compensation if there's information leading to the leak of a script from your studio. Codename Courage? I want the exclusive.
She wants an exclusive.
I heard her.
Donald Swan is getting a copy of the script tonight. I've been following his website. What do you think he's going to think about your script?
That's all right, man. Maybe he'll like it. Maybe he'll be at the panel when they give the award to the old dead guy and he'll be like, the script was wonderful. People had capes and saved babies.
Okay, everybody, can I have your attention, please? Hi, I'm your host. I want to welcome you to the party tonight. You know, I guess a lot of you know me as the announcer for the Tonight Show, but not all of us. But I guess most of you don't know that I'm actually one of you. You know, my daddy created Gung Ho Bob, so, and other characters.
Ah, papaya.
Hi.
Hello. Bruce.
Bruce. I know, yeah.
Yes, of course, of course.
I didn't get your name, though.
My name, yeah, Ice.
Oh, you mean like Ice Cube or...
No, like Ice Tray. There's a whole lot of me, baby.
So you're studying acting?
Yes, and actually, I'm doing like a scene study.
Really?
Class,
Really?
yeah,
Ah.
and my coach is really good. It's where you become something. I was fortunate.
I'm studying with Stella Artois, and
I'm studying becoming a beaver.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
I'm actually getting really good at it.
No, you're kidding.
And I mean, I don't know, like.
Well, I should be a log.
He's retranslating the Code of Hammurabi from the ancient Persian to the ancient Greek to the ancient Roman to the ancient Gaelic right to English.
Wow.
He wants to know the know.
The no.
I've been in for like 3 weeks now or so.
Hmm.
So
That's a while.
I would almost venture to say I'm like, oh, probably better than you. Not to say like I'm bragging or something, but I mean I'm pretty good. Yeah.
I don't want to boast either, but I have been told that I do a very good orangutan.
Oh,
Orangutan.
I'm not a party kind of guy, you know, and I was tired. I had dailies to look at. But what changed my mind was I had put it out on the internet that I was willing to pay a pretty good price for someone who could get me a copy of the Codename Courage script. And my connection came through, and he said I'd meet you at that
You
party.
invited me to this party. I got something for you.
Is that it?
Look at this. Yeah.
Did you get your hands on
I want you to be Commander Courage. I want you with the cod piece, no socks in the drawers.
You know you're there when you've seen the Green Fairy. The Hulk.
The Hulk? What is the Green Fairy? The Hulk? Dude, I'm way into the Hulk. Is that him?
Give me strength. No, no.
I'm curious because if drinking that would get me hooked up with the Hulk, I'd be into
That
it.
is when you know that
Right.
you're in touch with your inner brain stem.
When the Hulk is hanging.
That is when you know that
Right.
you are in the place occupied by Poe.
And Bill Bixby.
Codename Courage, saga #1, Bloodlust.
A contest?
Yeah.
You're on.
Totally.
All right, here, you have to be a beaver, and I have to be an orangutan.
You have to become it, though.
Yes,
It's like
well,
it's different.
you have to become it. If you don't become it, it's worthless.
Okay, well, let's do it.
All right.
Okay,
Starting, the first person to break character loses.
Okay.
Right? All right. First person to break character loses, and we're beginning now.
Giant mechanical spider.
Excuse me? What the hell's going on with you guys? Do you need a pill? Go get a pretzel or something. What's going on here? You know something? You were supposed to come in with your wardrobe today. Do you not care about this job? You know what? You are fired. Why are you acting like a beaver? You're fired.
Oh my God! She gets up with a beaver. I did
You
it.
broke! You broke! You broke character. I win! I win the contest! I win the contest, everyone! You can't break character. That's
Hey,
the whole.
were you just doing an orangutan?
Yes,
You were
I was.
awesome.
Well, thank
that
you.
was good, dude. I almost thought you were orange, but I was from a distance.
Thank you, young man. Now you see, he knows.
Your dad created Gung Ho Bob?
Gung Ho Bob, yeah.
My grandfather created Commander Courage.
Oh, Commander Courage.
Yeah, you know who it is.
Man, you must be raking in the dough.
Well, you know what? They treat me like a king. I get my ass kissed. I met all these girls. I get to drink for nothing. They give me per diem every day.
And
I
then
go,
the
for what?
royalties. Ooh.
Yeah,
That must be like, well, I mean, for Gung Ho Bob, it's like $3 million. I must make $3 million a year on Gung Ho Bob. So the royalties on oh my God, I can't even imagine.
I think I win.
Okay, I've been studying for a really long time.
Are you busy later?
No, I'm kind of free.
Oh, good. Well, because we can work on that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, that'd be cool. Work on my beaver.
Great.
Cool.
Great.
You mean like a back end?
Can I tell you something? You're worth $5-6 million a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Is
That's
Letterman
the
really an
other guy.
asshole?
No,
Is he
see,
really an
I
asshole?
work for Jay Leno. He's the guy on the other channel. He's Letterman does.
I heard he was
top-
an asshole.
No, I don't. It's no matter what you've heard. It's completely not.
So
true.
Leno's is the asshole.
I have a feeling, a distinct feeling that I have something coming out of all this. You know what I'm saying? In case you don't know what I'm saying, I'm talking about things like residuals.
Oh, so you want it all is what you want. You want it all.
No.
Here we go.
Listen.
L'histoire, c'est quelque chose qui n'a pas de culture. Voilà, c'est la culture cow-boy.
The guy, what's his name, has the whole thing with the rights. What happened? It's your fault, too. It's not just me. I needed you to be on this team with me.
Don Swan, dude, you gotta go in there. They got chalupas. What's wrong, man? You don't look good.
Thank God I didn't eat any chalupas. It'd be projectile vomiting. I just read Codename Courage.
Awesome. Is that the script for the movie?
It's the most violent, vile, militaristic, jingoistic. This guy is not a hero. He's like a vigilante on a mission of, I mean, it's like a total bloodbath.
Does a lot of stuff blow up in it? I love movies with stuff blowing up.
I mean, the motivation is all wrong. I mean, what is a hero? It's a guy who does the right thing because it's the right thing, without his self-interest as the #1 priority. It's selflessness personified.
But what if he has to go up against a guy bigger than him and he'll probably lose, though?
Well, that's just the chance he has to take, because that's what makes a hero. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't go to this panel tomorrow and act like this is a good version of, of something I've loved this long.
Well, what are you going to do? Do you have a plan?
Well, maybe just a groundswell of fan support for my version would be just what they need to get them
If you
off
need
the
help,
fence.
dude, you can count on
Really?
me. Yeah, I'm with you, all right?
Thanks a lot.
Second verse, same as the first.
アメリカのコミックブックにすごい。
Hi.
Hey, what do you know?
Oh,
How
that's
you
funny.
doing?
I'm crampy, but I'm okay. I'm just genuinely so sorry for how things started.
Remember the show, The $6 Million Man? Yeah. Remember Steve Austin? They named him after your hometown,
They
darling.
did.
They did.
Hey,
Can
Ricky,
you believe?
excuse
Not
me,
right
excuse me one
now,
second.
dude.
No,
I'm
no,
busy.
I need
Yeah, so
something
how
to-
long has it been since you've been back to
I just was back.
Really? I wish I could go. I never get away, dude.
No,
Please leave me
I
alone.
need my
Look-
medicine. I need my medicine.
There's a lot going on with the way I think about this stuff, and what I'm doing is I'm being aggressive, and I gotta put you in your place because no one's ever done that to you before, right?
Would you mind holding on to some of this stuff for me? I sure appreciate it.
No,
Hang on, I got a few more.
You must be really sick.
Oh, you have no idea.
Okay.
Let's do a toast here.
Make
This
a
is
toast, bro.
No, that's not for you. This I have a this is for
Oh,
you.
thank you.
And this is yours special just for you.
Yeah.
All right, and yeah, you got one. All right. Here is to Codename Courage. May it be successful, and may we all be successful.
Here's to success.
Yes. Drink up, boys. Drink up.
Hey, let's see.
Drink up. Enjoy. Enjoy.
Come on, mommy.
I've been in love, yet I've never had moments like this before. I've been in love, yet I've longed for a lover like you before. You should.
Where is Don? No one can find him. And it's so beautifully Don and so typical.
So I got Donald out of the way. Success. And unbeknownst to me, he arranged some interview with two guys who knew Gramps, Leo's grandfather, way back when. I didn't want to raise any suspicions, so I grabbed everybody, told them that Donald was not available. We went up, we did the interview.
When the crew asked if I wanted to go out, you know, outside of San Diego a ways and visit with some of Jack Whitney's old Army buddies, I jumped at the chance.
Wait, so you two are saying that you are actually the creators of Commander Courage and
That's
Liberty
right,
Lad?
that's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Jackson Whitney stole your creation?
I drew all the characters.
You drew all the characters, and I wrote the dialogue.
We had 216 pages.
All set to go into a comic book.
Oh, yeah.
And he was going back and forth, and looking at all, and copying, actual copying.
We're Merchant Marine. We go down in the North Atlantic. This is 1941. 41, just
42.
after Pearl Harbor.
And that takes courage.
Sure.
And we said to each other, hey, we've got courage. Yeah.
We're taking ammo to begin with. Getting a lot of money, yes.
Not that much money.
Not that much, right. You know, enough to get us ashore and meet a lady, you know, or a small boy.
So you channeled those wartime experiences into
Sure,
this
that's
character.
what it's all about.
We were kids. We went to sea. We fantasized. We had dreams. And you guys have screwed us. Your grandfather screwed us.
Knowing my grandfather the way I did, which was I didn't, he'd probably say, look,
You snooze, you lose. Something like that.
I don't remember Granddad. I was only about, he's a retard. Come on, man. We want our money. Don't give us that crap about a basket of fruit, assorted cheeses, and 4 bottles of wine. We don't drink anymore.
Gentlemen, first of all, may I say that it's just a pleasure to even meet you. And we're gonna, find some way of maybe even, how'd you like a role in the movie,
Yes, we want the leads.
Well, I'll contact your lawyer, maybe, and then I'm sure we can work something out, because you don't really have the rights.
I hate the way you do that. We don't have the rights.
He's weaselly, dude.
We gotta give him something.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. If what these guys were saying was true, then everything I believed about Jackson Whitney and the Commander was wrong. Fortunately, they also claim they invented foam insulation, reggae music, and aerosol canned cheese. I think it was the medication talking.
Yeah, well, he's out. That's his swan song. And,
Yeah, speaking of swan song, dude, where is Don Swan? He wouldn't have missed that meeting. He loves old guys and comic books.
Don Swan is all tied up.
Tied up where?
He's tied to a bed.
Sweet.
I tied him to the bed.
Ugh.
Don't you understand? He's nothing but trouble, okay? There's gonna be money people at that panel. And if he gets into one of his harebrained schemes of talking about, the golden age of comics, it's gonna derail the whole project.
Well, the guy's trying to talk about something that stood for something. That's not all bad, is it?
We stand for this gig, we stand for the money that we are about to make, and you work for me, all
Dude,
right?
You know what you're like? You're like one of those super villains that Don Swan's always talking about. In those comic books, you're tying the guy to the bed doing all this crap. You know who you're just like?
Who?
You're like that Jack Nicholson guy in the Batman movie, except you didn't get a sweet back-end deal.
Yeah, well, here's Tay, huh?
Who's that?
Yeah, so Donald was gone. Leo was my new best friend. We were ready to make our $100 million announcement.
It's so nice because we love superheroes so very well. I know I've been so fortunate to play so many of them on television over the years. Roger Ramjet, Space Ghost, Blue Falcon, Dynamite, all of these. Thank you.
I need pants! Help! Help!
And I would like to introduce our president, our lovely president, I might add, Anita Levine. Anita, will you come up here, please?
Congratulations on everything. Wonderful.
Gary Owens, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Gary. What a star.
Fired, huh? That's what you think.
We are here to say goodbye to the old Commander Courage. And to say goodbye, I'd like to present a Lifetime Achievement Award to its creator, Jackson Whitney. But unfortunately, I sadly cannot do that tonight because he's dead. But I do have his only living relative, Leo Matusik. That's right, he deserves a big hand. Who will also be serving as our technical consultant on our new big budget movie, codename Courage. Liberty Lass wasn't about the person. No, it was about the costume, and quite frankly, of a very big Rolodex. Thank you. Here you go, Leo. Photo out, please. Photo, photo.
Excuse me. I don't want to bother you. Why?
Levine. He's wonderful. A wonderful, wonderful human being. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a scant 3 days ago that I barely knew anything about this industry. I came from a town called Skinny Atlas, New York.
Commander, take mine.
Thanks, Alvin. My grandfather, Grandpa Jack Whitney. Yes. Wonderful, creative genius. If it weren't for men like that.
The Simon and Kirbys, the Will Eisners, the Siegel and Schusters, none of this would be happening. There would be no Comic-Con.
We idolize people like this. But they couldn't go on forever. They can't create forever, and neither can we measure up to the standards that they've set, except to surpass them. This is not the end of a career, this is the beginning, it's a rebirth. Out with the old, and in with the new. That's what we're here, that is the message. A new golden age. Yes, a new golden age. Codename Courage, Liberty Lass. Because without a new golden age, you can't have old golden ages. Without a new manganese age, you couldn't have an old manganese age. Same is true for strontium, or mercury, or tin. But the message here is out with the old and in with the new. A new golden age. A new golden age. Out with the old and in with the new. Say it, all of you. I know you feel this. The old and in with the new. Out with the old and in with the new.
In with the new.
Right there! The commander has landed! What the hell is this?
What the hell is that? What kind of thing?
Hey, you too! Security.
Donald, what is going on?
Please, let me talk.
I
gotta talk. I gotta say this. Please, please. I did this for you, all of us. I am you. I'm a fan. But I don't think I feel like a good one anymore. I've lied, deceived people. Leo down there, the grandson of the man we're honoring. I mean, he's a wonderful man, but he's never read a comic book in his life. He's not one of us. And the movie people, I know, they're just doing their jobs, but they don't care about us either. They only care about our wallets. Commander Courage is about idealism. I mean, not just in his body, but his mind, his morals, his hopes for people less fortunate than him. You can believe that. You can go back to that part of your childhood when everything was ahead of you, everything was new, candy tasted better, everything was possible. It's more than a guy in a bodysuit with Uzis. It's more than a girl in skin-tight spandex. I'm wearing this outfit, but I don't deserve to wear the outfit. But you know what? These people don't even know what it means.
What the hell was that?
The truth.
The truth?
The truth?
The truth, my ass. What are you talking about? You know what? This documentary, you're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
You can't fire the human spirit.
Oh, yes, I can.
Oh,
And
yes,
you know
you
what?
can.
Shove it up your codpiece.
Yeah, your codpiece. Blah, blah.
Oh.
You could have been me.
You really are Commander Courage.
Not so bad yourself.
And that makes me Liberty Lad.
For granddad, it's good enough for me. The way it was, that's the way it's got to be. Told me all about the good times that he had, even when the times were sad. Was good enough for granddad.
Ever since I found out that I was in receivership of my grandfather's work and legacy and perpetuities, everything was, as they say, pie in the sky. So, with that little bit of empowerment, I had Anita fired. I had Tay fired. A couple of heads went rolling that day, and it looked an awful lot like the people I just mentioned. But get this. I brought on Donald Swan.
No, I never wanted to be in show business, certainly, and I was really shocked when Leo invited me on board as executive producer.
Well, I found Don to be refreshing. I mean, you know, here he is, this high school teacher from Wisconsin, and he's giving more information than we spend on these millions and millions of dollars on focus groups on a regular basis for every film that we put out, every thought of a film. We may have an idea, let's do a focus group, focus group. Don is a focus group within himself.
I've been in love, yet I've never had moments like this before. I've been in love, yet I've longed for a lover like you before. You showed me how real love should feel. You showed me how to give up my heart. This is how it should feel. Darling, be near. The orchestra hasn't begun to play.
That's pretty much the end of my journey, and I'm hoping we'll be able to release this film as archival antidote to making this movie, or at least we'll be able to get our hands on the footage when we're all out of litigation.
Of course, you know, we're not going to keep it Commander Courage. You know, you gotta roll with some things.
It'll probably be a one-off thing. I'm certainly not moving to Hollywood, but who could have guessed, you know?
Guy understands what compromise is. I wasn't sure if he did. I wasn't even sure if I liked him. You know, I mean, yeah, I did go with those other people, but this is before I found out I was going to get all this booty.
Brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Made me for a fool, all right. I'm sure you found it so exciting. I know the truth hurts more than your pretty lies.
Although, you know, no one's ever made a really good version of Little Abner. There was the musical version, but of course Little Lulo's good too. You know, I was thinking they could do a really good Uncle Scrooge, Huey, Dewey, and Louie live action with animated characters. That would be really great. And you know, I don't think the movie version of Dennis the Menace was as good as it could have been, because, you know, I would make him a little more subversive. You know, Bart Simpson sort of upped the ante. That would be. And you know, they've been talking about a George Jetson movie. That'd be funny. It'd be prohibitively expensive, but I think you could do it now that they do CGI a lot. And you know, they could have a time travel thing where, did the Flintstones meet the Jetsons? Yeah, I think the Flintstones did meet the Jetsons. And Hanna-Barbera, they're on a roll now. They did the Flintstones movies. I don't know what else I'd like to see. Wonder Woman. Ooh, Wonder Woman would be great. Or Sheena the Jungle. Sheena the Jungle would really be good if you had the budget. You know, they didn't have the money to make the TV series work. And Flash Gordon, you know, don't leave a bad taste in people's mouth. That Dino De Laurentiis version was no good. That'll really update. And they could do Buck Rogers if they wanted to do, you know...
slave. I'm not the one who burnt you out, broke you down. Ask someone else to be that someone. I can't be that someone.